Alright, let's go into ultimate now. We are done with elite and normal. We're like, what, level 71, right? Level 71. Got like almost all of our resistances capped out to 80%. Vitality, Aether, Chaos, Pierce, and Code are not quite there yet. But they are like still okay-ish, right? Like we can... Yeah, Code at 66 is kinda bad actually. Oh well. Should still be fine, right? Oh, it's only Act 1, right? And then after Act 1 we're gonna have Chaos maxed out as well, to 80%. Or like, nah, probably not after Act 1, but like after Crowley or something, like whenever we get revered with Devil's Crossing we're gonna have Aether and Chaos maxed out as well. Covenant Barrow Home reputation not unlocked. That's kinda bad, right? Like you should usually try to unlock Covenant Barrow Home reputation on Elite. Because they will like level with you because you can kill like Chthonians and yeah, you're actually right. Let me just do that real quick. Like I didn't even use an experience potion here. Like let me do that real quick here in Elite. Yeah, you should always do that in Elite. My bad. So yeah, after Logorian Elite you should always go here to those quests here, right? To unlock the Coven and Barrowhome factions, because otherwise you will not start gaining reputation with them that you could otherwise really easily, right? Because you just have to kill Chthonians for Barrowhome and you just have to like kill beasts for the Coven, right? So those reputations are like pretty easy to farm even when you're not doing those acts. Oh wait, we actually have to go here and kill Caraxes first. Yeah, shit, this is gonna fuck up the potion a bit here. Yeah, whatever. You can also like just not use it. I was so hungry that I like completely forgot about that. Oh well. Yo, Ungod, how are you, man? Internet is bad AF today. With the hands. So if you're a provider or provider not providing properly. Oh, shut the good proc. This grab is really something actually. Alright, we got the Heart of Caraxes, we go here to the Coven. Oh, you're at work. Alright, so we gotta find Barrowhorn, right? Alright, so we unlocked Coven, but we also wanna unlock Barrowhorn, right? Maybe we don't need it. I guess a character like this doesn't really need it, actually. But I mean, better safe than sorry, right? Like, maybe I wanna have the option to use that Ravager's Eye after all, right? So we should go friendly here. Alright, I just need to be friendly, right? And that's it. And now we are friendly with the Coven and friendly with Barrowhorn, right? Yeah, perfect. So now we can go back to Ultimate. This is all you need to do, like you just need to unlock them, because you're gonna gain reputation in Ultimate whenever you kill Chthonians and Beasts. Okay. I'm gonna have no internet for like quite a long time. Damn. It's quite unfortunate. Do you know how long they are gonna take? Like how much time they need to fix it? Or like to change it around? $4 hours. But that's not too bad then. We're having problems as well, Exuvium? Or... I'm like at 2 hours. Alright. Had to refresh like 7 times for the stream and chat to load. Follow didn't load at all. Oh. Interesting. I don't know. Oh yeah, yesterday, at some point yesterday, my all viewers of all my like streams that I follow went down to 0 as well. Just like that, I don't know why, randomly. Seems good, right? It's fun. No. Fun. Sure. Oh yeah, maybe we should use like one of the rings here. Like a slith ring instead of one of these, I mean. I got 6 necklaces, so I can just go there and collect my ring. At least for the XP, right? Like, even if I don't use the ring, I get some experience there as well. 69 chaos rust. Please cut me. Adult, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Adult, by the way. Aha. There you go. Should push this around 32. Get like the Mark of Torment. Oh wait, no heart in here. He's moving around. He's moving around again. Moving to another house. Not this one either this time. Maybe this one down here, no? Wait, where's Milton? Milton? Hello? Wait, where the fuck is Milton? Hello, Milton? What? And there he is. Wherever he came from now this time. Boobies instead of butts, that's how I don't know you're an adult. That's how I know you're not an adult. Yeah, exactly. Alright, 6% more casting speed is huge on a Forcewave build hold. Right. How can you not play with a mouse? Honey? I can't see. Too much loot. There we go, we got shrine number 55 now. 55 devotion points. We don't need the internal trauma, right? But we kind of want this, right? To fight physical. The other one is also like OA and maximum piercing resistance though. It's not that terrible actually. Why is the other node like nothing? Like only flat physical? I mean, it's pretty good though. Not complaining. So level to level 100 in elite. I mean, yeah, if you don't have any gear, then it might be better actually. Yeah. But I mean, Act 1 Ultimate, for example, is like easier than, say, Act 6 Elite, in my opinion. At least Act 1. Like, Act 2 depends very much on your pierce and physical resistance. But Act 1 is like super easy, except like Krieg is also kinda easy, to be honest. Like, sure, he almost killed me in Elite, but I mean, that was an Elite. I was way weaker back then. Did you try from level 1 in Ultimate? Actually, I haven't tried that yet, no. I've only tried Elite so far. Like, Ultimate seems... Like, that's like more for the challenge, right? That's not for, like... Like, for whenever you want to, like, speed level or, like, level as fast as possible, you level on Elite, you don't level on Ultimate, right? So, no, I haven't tried it yet. But maybe I should, yeah. Make like a Gazerman challenge, level 1 in Ultimate, sometime. Would be hilarious, probably. Have you tried it, GG? Yo, Spamtown, how are you? Looking at you playing DK seems fun. Forcewave spamming when I'm playing is Resident Sleeper. I don't know, this is pretty Resident Sleeper for me as well, actually. Like, I mean, Forcewave is always kinda... It's efficient, but... It's only really fun when you, like, deal good damage. And also when you have, like, lots of movement abilities as well at the same time, right? And it's kinda fun. Otherwise it gets, like, pretty boring pretty fast, right? Gavel of Bartholom, what's this? Interesting. Oh, you did? Oh, nice. How was it for you? How did you enjoy it? Did you, like, was it fun or was it just tedious? To level an Ultimate. Was it like a, well, a nice challenge? Something that you do once, but then never again? Yeah, I think so too. Like, at first it's like really hard, right? Because, like, once you do like the first quest or something, you're gonna level, like, I don't know, be like level 30 or something after like 1 or 2 quests, right? And, oh yeah, the only thing that I did try at some point is like, yeah, level 1 Ultimate, but just like the first quest, and then you're like a high-ish level, and then you go into Elite with that, like, head start, or like into normal with that head start. That's what I tried, but I mean, that's not really like Ultimate leveling, right? That's just like abusing Ultimate to like get a head start in normal or Elite. But yeah, like once you like level up and get like 30 levels, right? Then you're gonna have like a weapon that is like pretty bad, so unless you have like weapons stashed for like all those levels in between as well, you're gonna have a gear problem, right? Didn't play the game for a while now, but I do watch your streams videos. Oh, nice. That's great. Thank you so much. Did you see my my crate kill as well already? Wait, do I have a command for that? I don't run. I should do like question mark box and then. I don't have one yet. Chill out, Ocelot. Oh, you do it every time you level? Makes you try a lot. Try a lot. Alright, it's not gonna show me my videos because it's just retarded. Are you kidding? There we go. This one. This here, and then mission wrong box. It actually works. Holy shit. Oh, you do. Oh, so you do like a head starter only. Wait, I'm not a platform B. Nice Twitch. Nice website, by the way. So you do like head starter in Ultimate. Like how far do you go in Ultimate, and then you go back to Elite? Like, do you like do all of Act 1, or I mean, Warden is probably super hard in Ultimate, like that early on. Just one quest. Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to do that, like, what? Like when Forgotten Gods came out, I tried that as well. It was also pretty good, yeah. You could do 1 or 2 quests in Ultimate and then go proceed in Elite or normal. That's okay. You can do that for speed leveling, sure. That's not bad. But what I would rather try out now, it's probably just like a challenge thing, like try to do Ultimate only up to Logarian or something. Maybe like solo self-found Ultimate level 1 to level 50 or something. It seems like a nice challenge at least. The whole of Act 1 as well, crazy hard. Yeah, I think so too, like it. Like once you are like at these guys, right? These guys, they can hurt like a lot on Elite already. And they're gonna hurt like holy shit so much on Ultimate, right? It's crazy. I don't know if you can even do that cell phone, like that's probably impossible actually. Like cell phone seems so crazy hard, right? What the fuck are you doing, character? Okay. Wait, I'm still missing one fabric, right? Here we go. It wasn't hard, but took a fuck ton of time. It wasn't hard. I don't know, I mean... It's not really easy either. Hopefully we don't get too many flash sharks here, like those are like the most annoying thing here. What the fuck is that? Let's see. Okay. Let's get the apprentice. Oh, that's how you did it. Like you pulled them one by one and just left clicked them to death. Alright. Yeah, that takes like forever. Wait, which character did you play? Like which master did you play? Box and default attacks. Okay. Did he use a Fevered Rage though? Fevered Rage box. I mean, you can use Fevered Rage in like hardcore elite at least, but only not an ultimate. I don't know. Haven't tried it yet. Yeah, they would crit all the time, that's true. Like, you can't play it when you're like face tanking, like you can only play Fevered Rage when you kite around. If at all, I don't know. Maybe you can't even play it with kiting and ultimate. That seems kind of fun, right? Like you play Occultist, Fevered Rage, Gazer Man in ultimate, and get like one shot by all the white mobs. Interesting. I don't really know if like going for Oleron and Azrak at the same time is really worth it. Because what we have here, like, I mean, what's the cooldown on this? 1 second, right? It's kinda too short. Like, I'm probably gonna use, I'm gonna use Bone Harvest later as well, right? So, Bone Harvest, Cadence. You can use, like, Azrakas for Cadence, right? And then Bone Harvest for other runs, but Bone Harvest has like a way higher cooldown. Like 2 point something, or like 3 seconds even, I don't know. What is the base of this? Yeah, 3 seconds. Azrak and Empyrean, yeah, that would be an idea as well. But the thing is, Empyrean is kinda... It's not bad, but it's not really good either, right? Because we have Warcry anyway. We don't really care about the damage reduction from it. The CC resistances, not CC, like all these resistances that you get, those are pretty nice. That's pretty good. But I don't know. It's mostly for like resistances. Then. I mean, my old one also like used Empyrean, right? But I mean, it was probably worth it making both back then as well. Yo, Aetherlord, how you doing, man? The Grim Tool's like, yeah, like an old build pre-Forgotten Gods era that I had. This is kinda gonna be the remake for that character. But yeah, right now it's just Forcewave and Blade Arc leveling, and later on it's gonna transition into like Leviathan and Cadence. Hey Melon, how are you? You're in a good mood on this Sunday? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I'm pretty much sure that I'm gonna use different devotions than the devotions that you have in that old build of mine. And also, the gear might change a bit as well, like, I don't know, maybe we're gonna use the Shadow Guardian set again. Like, Shadow Guardian set is so good, man. I mean, Warborn is also really good, obviously. Probably more damage than SR set, but... Since we can't use 4-piece Warborn anyways with the Leviathan, SR set might be better, right? Oh yeah, Monday for you, oops. Not like this. Monday. Adult, by the way. I mean, I could put Olorons on like a weapon pool skill, but that's kinda lull, right? I mean, if it had like 100% chance to proc on it, sure, but it probably doesn't even have 100% chance. Alright, Krieg, here we go. 77 Aether should be good enough, right? Hopefully. Yeah, this is at least way easier than how it was on Elite. On like level 30-ish or 40-ish. Yeah, it was like 44, right? Yeah, like pre-level 50 is kinda not that easy actually. Is he gonna not gonna die if I don't? There we go. Alright. You got bored of the game? Maybe because you started in DK? Maybe. Yeah, DK is, compared to other classes, it's like not the most exciting one, I would say. Sand everywhere? Yeah, that's Azraka. Devotion. That's pretty good actually for physical Pierce now, right? One of the better devotions. For sure. I cash in some levels here. Go down here and cash in some more. What would you recommend if I just started fresh? I mean, to be honest, like play whatever you enjoy, like play whatever you would like to play. Like lots of builds can be played without gear, or like without too much gear at least. So we got the Mark of Torment now. We should probably put the remaining points into Spectral Binding here, right? Or like Break Morale. Spectral Binding for now. What was this there? Oops. I wanted to put Mark of Torment here. Oh, that's landed upstairs. Seems good. You like Arcanist builds? Yeah, I mean, you can do like Arcanist throw the Sky Shard. It's pretty nice for like without too much gear. You basically just need to find like a blue Eastern set, and I mean blue sets are always like way easier to find than legendary sets. And you could do like, I mean, if you right now do like Vitality Caster, there are like so many Vitality Casters that you can play, right? Like Kabbalist, Conjurer, Ritualist, or if you want to do like Poison Caster, you can do Oppressor, for example. If you like casters, if you like Lightning Caster, you can do Vindicator. Fire Caster, you can do like a Demolitionist, in my opinion, like just Demo plus anything, like basically a Bomberman. Use like the play or level it basically like the way that how I am explaining it in my YouTube video when it comes to like how to level a Bomberman Demolitionist. Pull here. Whatever. I mean, Nightblade can also be played like as a beginner, to be honest. Like you can also play like Infiltrator, for example. Infiltrator is super beginner friendly, like when it comes to Nightblade at least. Like you just need to find like, for example, the blue Sentinel, Silver Sentinel set. And like all these blue sets are like way easier to find than the purple sets. So I think like every build that uses like I don't know, like for example those 3-piece blue sets like Eastern set, Baldir set, Silver Sentinel set, those are like that easy, like they're really easy to find, right? So you can kind of plan your beginner build around those items actually. And like for the item, like for weapons, etc., like just use like green and mild weapons, right? Like, Spectral Longswords or Chill Strifes, or want to do like Pierce Blade Master, you can do like the Materian. From Act 3, the Reptilian Slicers. If you want to do like Acid, you can do the Rift Scourge, like the the green poison daggers from the Rift Scourge Scuttlers, right? From the Scuttlers. So many things that you can do actually. Perdition Retaliation build is also strong, yeah, exactly. Like Perdition is it's like a super strong set overall. Like if you're playing, for example, a Poison Witch Hunter, like a non-retaliation one as well. You can also use like a which one? Perdition set. The normal, the empowered one, and the mythical one. Those are really good for Night Blades, like acid Night Blades, and also very good for like like poison retaliation sentinels. Or like any kind of poison retaliation Oathkeeper. There's also like Dawn Guard set, I believe, the blue Dawn Guard set. That's like not quite as good, but it's like okay-ish, right, for like a retaliation of water, for example. But like leveling with retaliation is not that good, right? What do you think about Dawn Guard set? I think it's like okay-ish, right? It's not like super amazing, but it's like okay-ish. It's like good enough for like... For blue set it's like good enough, at least. Like blue sets don't have to be like super amazing, but they have to be like good enough for like new players to actually like tackle some content with it, right? So, and I think for that, Dawn Guard set is like good enough. But to like plan an endgame build around it when you have like other purple items that you could use instead, I don't know. But I mean, there was a Dawn Guard, like at least like Dawn, what is it, like the purple set and then the blue set together, kind of hybrid thing on the forums recently. It apparently wasn't also that, like it was also pretty decent, but it wasn't too bad. So yeah, let's use that one. I guess we want like another amulet here, and the amulet I'm using right now is pretty bad. You can use this one, for example. It's already like way better. This one is also like a craftable, right? So if you find the blueprint for this, that's like your like go-to amulet if you don't have anything better than this. Like this is so good for like so many characters actually. But we do need some more vitality resistance now, right? So we need to put one soul shard there. And we need to get rid of the elemental and bleed on it, right? But yeah, next patch will make blue sets even better, right? Like from next patch on, we don't quite know yet, but from next patch on, it might be like way easier to make like your first character a lot stronger than before, because not only will blue sets be stronger, like blue items be stronger overall, maybe they also get like what are they called, like item modifiers, right? Like skill modifiers. That would be awesome. But also we got like better affixes for greens, right? So like the normal greens that you find can be better than before, and like MIs will be even more worth it to farm than before, right? So yeah, we got rid of what? We're gonna put this here, right? And then we're gonna put a soul shard over on the amulet here. Picks up my vitality resistance a bit. And then we're also gonna use like, since you got like more aether resistance from this one, right? This one had 18% aether resistance. You can like use double these now, right? Still have some lying around actually here. This one on the amulet here. And put one on the rings as well. And there we go. Now we have aether vitality fixed as well. Pierce at 78 still kinda hurts a bit, especially since we're going into Act 2 now, but it's like 2%, it's fine, right? We only take like 10% more damage. Yeah, it's a 69, I mean, are we ever gonna change that around? Probably not, right? Oh yeah, also faction items probably gonna get changed around as well. So yeah, like, faction items are gonna be even better as well. Overall, I think like next patch is gonna make the game more doable or like easier to get into for new players. Like solo self-found will be way more enjoyable on the next patch. Because right now, I mean, sure, we have like a very broad diversity when it comes to endgame builds and that kind of stuff, right? But you can make tons of builds that are like super good when you have the gear. When you don't have the gear, there aren't... I mean, there are still builds that you can do, but the discrepancy between those and endgame builds is... oh. It's not really that huge, like it's not as high, like as not big as of a discrepancy as say maybe in PoE or in Diablo 3. But it's gonna be better. It's gonna be smaller, like even smaller than it is right now. So like your faction-based character or your like green and blue only character is gonna be better than before, and because of that like catch up further to like the current endgame builds for sure. Let's try to not kill this guy this time, right? Yeah. We don't want to farm any torches, do we? Seems kinda useless. We might actually need to get more points of the spirit after all, right? Like we have 32 points into Necromancer now, and we're at 365 points of the spirit, so we kinda need like 380-ish or 90 for endgame rings, right? So we might have to spend like 1 or 2 more points of the spirit. Next patch the torch will be OP. I mean, maybe. I mean, if you get like a torch with like double fire prefix and suffix, maybe it's like the best one-handed fire strike weapon ever. But can you really farm it? Like if you kill him, isn't he like just gonna... This is like a one-time kill, right? You can't go there over and over and kill him. Like farm him, right? So going to this area is worth it, even if you don't need a shrine anymore, because you have like a one-shot chest here. But I mean, you can also like choose to not open it until you're like, I don't know, like 95 or something. Or if you're solo self-owned, you shouldn't open one-shot chests until you're like level 94-ish. Right. If you open them before that, you're gonna have like a worse chance to get like mythical legendaries at least. Why is the Nightbot not working very good? But he had like a huge lag, holy shit. Oh no, I don't want to kill him actually. Like it's probably only ever worth it to kill him when you're playing like a solo Seth-Hound speedrun or something. Because then his daughter will show up and you can kill her too, and then she's gonna drop like a ring. And that ring, you can use it if you like don't have a ring before that, right? But that's only really interesting if you're like speedrunning, right? Otherwise, like, always better to save him, because he will be like a shop in Homestead. And if you don't even take the bribe, then he will also sell like an additional item to you, like a potion. Alright, we got 15 levels to go, right? Seems good. There we got the Perdition set. It's really good. Really good, like, defensive acid set. Certainly super good for Nightblades and Oathkeepers. Spit running. I don't know why this guy always has like a white question mark above his head and not a yellow one. Like I think it's bugged, but it's kind of weird, right? It's like the only guy that's bugged like that the entire game. Alright, time to be yourself. Oh, pork chop, this pack, holy shit, so good. It's experience. Very nice, me gusta. So you got like 1 or 2 more levels until I have like no idea where to put my pawns. Like 1 more level, we can put some more pawns here into Spectre Binding. And after that, I don't know. Probably like soft cap Fighting Spirit, or like, oh yeah, we should also like put military conditioning to like 11 out of 10, right? To like the sweet spot. We can also like hard cap Field Command, or like put some more points in the blind side. Yeah, there are some things we can do for sure. Just max Ugly Earth. That's pretty useless on this build actually. Like a Deathknight is probably one of the only classes where you're never gonna use Ravenous Earth unless you play like Blood Knight, right? Then you might play it. Alright, let's also go back here to this crossing. Talk to the guy there. It would be good if you picked it before level 50. Well, yeah, but like even then, like it would be bad after. Like even if I picked it up before level 50, with the devotions that I'm running right now, it would be like bad after level 50 because it would start up. Like it will start falling off like way harder than usually because we have like physical devotions, right? Everything is in our like gear and devotions is physical, so we're not scaling vitality at all, or like acid as well. So yeah, it's pretty useless. Like plenty of additional damage, yeah, but then like I wouldn't probably have like Blade Arc for example, and Blade Arc's just better damage now. Like, sure, Blade Arc was maybe worse damage before level 50, but I would say it's better damage now, for sure. Alright, we are kinda tanky enough and also have Ghoul to like just face tank this character now. Also, I would have like no energy for it actually. Like energy on a soldier is already pretty bad, and like Forcewave and Blade Arc are like okay to use because they don't need any energy, or like close to no energy, right? Like maxed out Forcewave needs about 20 energy, and Blade Arc needs like 46. Whereas this one needs like 40 energy at 1 point, right? And it needs like a lot more later. So yeah, like in this build, like Necromancer is just like a support class now, and it's gonna stay support class later on as well. We're gonna pick up some more, like some additional skills here, like Bone Harvest. But it's still just a support class basically. Yeah, Siphon Souls is also nice, but I only like Siphon Souls on a caster. I don't really like it on melee or anything that has weapon damage anyway. Like, where do I put it on my bar? I mean, okay, I have room on my bar, okay, don't get me wrong, but like, I would need like points from somewhere else, right? I would need to pull points from somewhere else. Like, what do I need? Where do I pull it? I mean, I like it the most on melee casters. For example, like on my Fire Ravenous Earth Oppressor, it's great there. It's a perfect spot for Siphon Souls. But I'm like a weapon damage based character that is not even that melee because of Forcewave. I mean, just doesn't fit with like weapon damage and physical in general in my opinion. So yeah, we're just still doing these shrines because they're like cheap AF and they're just cheap. Give me some like some experience as well actually. Because they finally adjusted the cost of the shrines in Ultimate, like they have like the same cost in Ultimate and Elite now, I believe, so. Yeah, Fire already also gives Fire Siphon Souls, so there's like no reason to not use it anyway. Like Siphon Souls has fire resistance reduction and also converts vitality to fire or something. Yeah, I also like it on Aether Spellbinders, for example. Maybe on like an Aether Reaper I would use it as well, even though that would actually be a melee build where I would maybe use it. Sure. But the thing is, like, once you have weapon damage, Bone Harvest is like almost always better than Siphon Souls. As soon as you have like lots of weapon damage and like 5 Seer and but the debuff is pretty nice, right? The debuff is like, it's like stacking debuff. Mine is always stacking debuff, kinda like wasting and Ocultus, right? It's pretty good. But it takes even more points to get there, right? Like, you have to push to 40 and then max out, well, Siphon Souls, or the Radius, maybe get this one for the duration, and then max out the Transmitter for like the debuff, just to get the debuff. Never liked Bone Harvest. Bone Harvest is awesome, I like Bone Harvest so much. Yeah, this gives you duration. 6 seconds duration, like the Aether version of this has less damage, but like more duration. So if you just want to have it for the debuff, then you should always pick the Aether version actually. If you're just interested in the debuff, nothing else. Yeah, I don't really like Bone Harvest that much for leveling either. But like in Endgame, I think Bone Harvest is great. Bone Harvest can be like a nice nuke or like a, well, default attack enhancer, kind of like lethal assault at the same time, right? It's great. Well, then you remember wrong, because this was always like this. This is literally this got never changed since AOM release. No, you're wrong. I'm 100% certain on this one. Like, the duration was always 6 seconds here and bonus 6 seconds here. I'm pretty sure, like, 99.9999% on that one. I mean, if you can find the patch notes that, like, say when this got changed, if it got changed, then yeah, sure. I don't think they ever got touched, to be honest. Oh yeah, you can check Grim Tools, yeah. Should be easier to check than all the patch notes. Forcewave is pretty nice, so like pretty fun when it comes to stutter stepping actually. That's not quite nice. Und ihr seid im Info? Wait, do that? Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, they only have changes for items here. This is only for items, right? Yeah, I don't think they have the class changes here as well. Yeah. Yeah, you would have to check out like all the patch notes in the forums then. Like search for Necromancer's changes. It shouldn't take you too long though. But I'm very certain it never got changed, to be honest. You're not gonna do it? Well, how are you gonna prove your point now? Alright, we got some soldier stuff to max out, right? Or we put this to like 6. Might be better actually. A little bit more defensive. Like 6 out of 10 is a sweet spot for Mark of Torment. Whenever you're using that skill, you should probably have it in 6 out of 10. Adult, by the way. Oh wait, what the fuck? They're blocking the way here. That's a reflect mob anyways. I kinda don't wanna fight reflect mobs, right? I mean, we can, but I'm not really that fond of it. Seems good, yeah. And then be like, why did I not choose the owl? Dude, the Spectral Wrath is so OP, man, like... Look at this, it deals so much damage, actually. Oh, yeah, maybe not that much. Like, early on when you're, like, leveling a Necromancer and you wanna play melee and not play, like, Ravenous Earthcaster, and you can't, like, just max out Spectral Wrath and everything's gonna die just because of that. Kinda like Retaliation Necromancer. But it only works, like, for the, I don't know, first 20 levels, probably. Yeah, it's not that bad. Pretty good, actually. Early on. Somehow I'm missing like 2 more Forgotten Passages. We're probably not gonna find... I mean, we can find them after Kilrian, right? So the only gear change I'm gonna do for like level 84 is probably gonna be like... just a different weapon and a different pair of gloves, to be honest. We're gonna use Grasp of Unchained Might and also Mythical Stonefist Rebuke. And that's it, right? Like, I don't need to change anything else. I mean, I can change around these to like the empowered version, right? I should have done that at like level 65 or something, or 75, I don't remember really, but... yeah, like I gotta change the pants as well. But leg plates of Weather are like so good. At least when you have like low card set. Because once you have low card set and say like Leo Vinus's rings, right? Which are like super easy to get. Your main resistance issues are gonna be like Aether, Chaos and Pierce, right? And leg plates of Weather kind of fix your Pierce problem. At least from like level 40 on. Which means you can equip them before you go into like Elite Act 2. Where you need the Pierce resistance. Should we go and get that treasure trove and hidden spoils, maybe? Seems pretty juicy. Alright. Alright, clearing might take a while here actually. Oh, it's okay. Not too long. Pack of deadly means. Oh, that's the asset one, right? Ah, that's the non-mythical one, right? Oh, damn it. My inventory is still low. How do we do this? At rest time. We're gonna push to the next red gate here before we go back to Solo, just to like make things a little bit more convenient. Also, yeah, should get these forgotten passages, right? We need like one more. There's like one over here, right? Should get that one. Yo, Chloro, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Well, yeah. I managed to do that on like Thursday. It was, well, I mean, the fight is never gonna be easy, right? Always gonna be Monka S. Alright, let's go back and sell here. The Devil's Crossing. And also, you can get some more experience, right, when you talk to the guys here. Yeah, the Sork was a good choice for sure. Like, the mirror was really, really good against them. Oops, there were so legendaries. Never do that. No. We don't need it, right? We're gonna use like Unchained Might gloves anyways really soon, and they give you like a ton of pierce resistance anyway. So yeah. We can also like start up this quest, right? And then we can finally blow up our legendary suit, which we found and don't need. That might actually be decent, right? Barrelsmith. Nah, you're not gonna level with that, right? They're interesting, they're about Stalom. You're not gonna use this one, are you? Also not this one, maybe this, but probably not. Not these boots. Right. Maybe this, maybe this. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, Sorcerer is honestly amazing, like, not only because of Mirror, but also because of how low the cooldown of my Blast Shield was. Like, Blast Shield was up like every 7 seconds or something. That was crazy. Crazy good. So yeah, let me pull like a Grasp of Unchained. Like Restless Main Zone, like this one, and then we got like a Stone Fist Imbued Silver on as well, actually. Perfect. Alright. Gonna carry these with us for now and use them later once I'm like 84. And then also need another belt and another pair of panties. I mean, we can just use the mythical version of that, right? Or like the empowered version. Wait, where is it? Oh no, I lost it, right? Yeah, I lost that one. Oh well. CR doesn't affect Blast Shield. Oh, they are saying bullshit, like talking bullshit again, as always, right? Bit and Aether. Bit and Aether is not terrible, actually. Problem is Pierce, though. This one gives me Pierce. Percent less. I mean, that's okay. How much will this give me? 17%. I mean, you can't use it now, but later. Pierce and Aether. Pierce and Aether. Poison. Oh, poison's kind of a problem, right? Yo, Moro the Happy Turtle, hey, how are you doing, man? Yeah, that's great to see, man. Like, Grim Dawn is also an awesome game, like, this... If you like ARPGs, and if you liked Titan Quest and Diablo 2, then... This is the game for you, and also, like, if you like... You maybe, like, are a bit disappointed in Diablo 3 or Path of Exile, then this game is also for you. Oh wait, we forgot one guy here. It happens way too often to me. But yeah, I mean, if you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. I'm gonna try to answer them for you. So first 82, yeah. It's okay, right? 5.5 hours. So maybe like 6.5 or 7 for level 94. That's pretty average. Speedrunning, I would say, like for speed leveling. Alright, so we got this, right? And then we're gonna talk to this guy. Alright. Been there, done that. Never played any kind of ARPG yet. Alright. Played 2E for like 2 hours. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Grim Dawn is pretty forgiving and challenging at the same time. Since you can like respec everything, right? You can like try out all the stuff that you would like to try. So that's fun. And it also is like a little bit slower paced than, for example, Path of Exile, which also, from my experience, is pretty nice for beginners. But it can be a little bit complicated later on when it comes to theory crafting, like all the devotion stuff, right? I mean, basically you have like a triple mastery system, right? Because you have like 2 masteries and devotions are kind of like your 3rd mastery. So you can do like lots of fine-tuning. What are you playing so far?
Well met.
And also thank you so much for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Mr. Turtle. Are we gonna make 11 levels with 1 pot? Probably not, right? Like 11 levels with 1 pot is always like not working out. Playing a shaman with the engineerish class, so you're like an elementalist. Shaman and demo. Yeah, exactly. Isn't it electricity? Seems good. The shaman is lots of fun, sure. And demo is also lots of fun in my opinion. Pretty nice for either like two-handers, two-handed melee, two-handed ranged, or caster playstyle. Oh, holy shit. The trap. I would tell you to check out some of my beginner guides, but that I have on YouTube, but actually I don't really have too much stuff for like lightning builds or shaman. I mean, you can still check it out if you want to, but I haven't done too much stuff for shaman so far. I haven't played like a shaman in ages actually. But like any lightning build. The last build was probably my Vindicator that I did, which was like a pre-Forgotten Gods build actually. Oh, okay, I also did the Ritualist, which is like Shaman and Necromancer, but that was Vitality build. Yo, Kerplank, how you doing, man? Welcome back, welcome back. Her name is Kurt. Isn't her name at least wife? Mrs. Wife. Sounds good. Alright. So we actually didn't fight this guy yet, right? So we gotta like maybe kill the ads first and then try to dodge like a slam. This one and also the other one. This one, yeah. Those two are like the attacks that you have to dodge for this character. No, because this one, no, that was the other one. That's the stun. That's the other thing. Okay. Seems good. Oh yeah, you're playing on vanilla right now? I mean, yeah, like... To be honest with you, like, to get like a first impression of the game, like the vanilla game is enough. But if you like enjoy the game, then you should buy the expansions like ASAP in my opinion. I mean, you can also wait for a sale if you would like to, but I think there was like a sale like some weeks ago, so it might take you... Like, it might take quite a bit until you get like another sale. So I don't know, like, either just buy them full price or like try to get them cheaper at some other site, I don't know. But yeah, the expansions are like 1000% worth it, like, they're worth every single penny, in my opinion. They're really, really good, and they add like so much to the game. The devotion tree page with grimtools.com. Yeah, Grim Tools is like for veterans in this game, Grim Tools is like the real game, and Grim Dawn is like the visualization of Grim Tools basically. Like, Grim Tools is such an awesome tool, like, it's crazy. You can do so much for that. And like, theory crafting this game is also amazing. Yeah. If you like theory crafting, then this game is for you, for sure. Numbers are real and they don't lie. I mean, there are like one or two things that are not like perfectly represented in Grim Tools. So sometimes the numbers actually do lie, but like 99% of the time you can trust them, and it's like pretty nice. Unless you have the wrong numbers. Well. That's a nice pack down there. I'm gonna visit that pack shortly. The shrine is... oh shit, I pulled the pack somehow. They're coming, Monkas. Oh no, it's only like one part of the pack, I know. Okay. You're good. You're fine. You can refund attribute points. I mean, you can't really refund them, but there's like you can refund these points, right? And you can refund devotion points. But there's like a potion with which you can reset your attribute points. So you can't really refund them, but you can reset them with those potions. But yeah, if you don't have any potions, then you can't do it. So you have to be a little bit careful that you don't run out of those potions. But yeah, you can like refund. You can also like refund the points here. You can like refund everything, respec everything basically, except for like the choices that you've done on your mastery point. Like, mastery is like, once you've put 1 point down here, then your mastery is locked, and then you cannot like choose another mastery all of a sudden. That doesn't work. Other than that, you can like respec everything, even attribute points, so yeah, it's super beginner friendly in my opinion. But yeah, you cannot respec attribute points or like mastery points when you don't have like Ashes of Mammoth expansion. So if you're only on a vanilla, then you cannot do that. Vanilla can only respec like devotion points and what's it called, like skills, but not mastery points or attribute points. Use the merit, and my quest state seems so fucked up now. When I got to Homestead, all the gates are closed and Algrim isn't there. I mean, you have to go to Deadman's Gulch first to get him. Like you have to go to Deathknight's Gulch, get Algram, and then you have to like defeat the mobs at Homestead. Usually. I don't know, is he also... What is this entrapment? Holy shit, it's crazy. Like, I have probably like 0 trap resistance, right? 30% actually, very well. Well, the thing is, it is the same Algram, but like you save him in Burbage, right? You don't really save him, but he like gets saved by you, right? He doesn't really need any saving, but he's just chilling there waiting for you to come by, and then like he's like role playing to get saved by you basically. And then he's like in Devil's Crossing, right? He's like the cook in Devil's Crossing. But once you're like in Act 3, he's gonna spawn in Deadman's Gulch, because he's like not really a cook, he's something else, right? And then you have to like walk to him in Deadman's Gulch first, and then like he will be in Homestead after that. But yeah, TLDR, when you save him in Burbage, he's gonna spawn, like he's gonna be in Devil's Crossing and not in Homestead. Z by default, yeah, I put it on like a mouse button. You can find it here. Like pick up, right? You use like any button that you would like to have this on here, and then yeah, so yeah, like check out Deadman's Gulch, she should be there. And then your character progression should be fine. And also, I mean, there's also the auto loot, right, for components. I don't know, you probably saw that already. Which is like a pretty new feature actually, like it was a feature of the latest patch. But yeah, even Vanilla got it apparently. It's one of those quality of life patches that they do that they implement for not only the latest expansion but for like all versions of the game, right? Plus auto loot pickup for items, right? I mean here for materials, auto loot and materials. It's really handy as well. Knew one of you, either you or Kirplan Gaming was gonna bring that up, I knew it. It's really mobile for you, haha. I mean, yeah, there's no reason to ever leave them behind, but like other ARPGs usually don't have that feature, so it was kind of a new thing for Grim Dawn. But like, there was like a mod that had it before, and just like implemented the mod into the game basically, or like parts of the mod into the game. But yeah, like, if you're ever asking yourself the question, is it like worth to not pick them up? No, it's not worth to not pick them up. Like, you should always pick them up. Which is why, like, well, just use auto loot anyways, right? Like, there's like no reason to not use it, basically. Unless you like pressing the pickup button like 10 fucking times in a row or something. I don't know. Let's check this one out for Poison Ritual. That's an average roll, but nothing like nothing too exciting, right? So we're gonna sell it. Let's sell everything. Oh yeah, we're level 84, right? So it's time to make the switch here. This and this. Now Poison is at 76 and Pierce at 79. How is Pierce at 79? What was it? It was at 62 before. Oh no, because of the homestead augment here. Alright, let's get the homestead augment here again. Get ourselves some more chaos resistance, I guess. Holy shit, that's chaos resistance is kinda bad. Right. Oh yeah, we got this anyway here. I wanna use these, but maybe I can't. Wait, oh yeah, I gotta fetch Agran. You remember? Pick it all up, exactly, just pick up everything. Oh yeah, also we can go over here to talk to Minova to get like a skill point, right? Or like an attribute point actually. No. Here comes the damage indeed, like, what is this? 36k, now we have got 50k DPS. 50% more basically, right? Seems good. Alright, let's talk to this guy here. Speak to her. Here we go, we spoke to her. And then what else do we do? Like, we put our stuff here and try to get like maybe another pair of pants that has chaos resistance. So that we can use the Grasp of Unchained Might, because that would be really awesome if you could use that, but maybe we can't. Let's see here. Vitality, Chaos. Could use this one. Could lose like a bunch of Pierce though. Then again, this gives me Pierce. And we would get like what, 18 more Pierce, which brings us up to 61%. Now that's kinda not enough, right? You could use the Hammerfall Girdle though. Then you have like 0 poison, right? What do we do here? How do we do this? Common thing to have the same weapon for like 10 levels? I mean, it can be, yeah. It depends a little bit on what else you find. Oh shit, that's so terrible. How do you fix this? This is also Pierce and Aether. Pierce and Bleed, Fire and Lightning. You also need that one. And this is so tight with resistances actually, it's crazy. How do we do this? Okay, we could like craft another Black Tallow, right? And yes. Yeah. We could like use another Black Tallow instead of the Vitality one. That could work. I mean, the thing is, you can't always trust your DPS here. Like, DPS will only show you DPS from whatever you have on your mouse buttons here. So say if I have double move 2 here, right? Then my DPS is certainly 0, which is obviously not true, because I still have like other abilities. But all these abilities will not be taken into account by this DPS meter. So, what you can rather trust most of the time is like to... Well, I mean, it's kinda hard, right? Like, if you're... Say you're using Primal Strike, right? As your like spammable ability, right? With the two-hander, for example. And you have it over here, then you can trust it actually. But if you're like using a bunch of like different stuff, I don't know exactly what you're using, then it might not be like trustable, you know? This might deceive you in some way. Because it doesn't show you like your overall damage, it only shows you DPS from like the one ability that you have here on like your left or right mouse button, you know? So... it's not always like 100% representative. But how do we do this now? This is still kind of bad, right? But so yeah, Black Tallow gives me 16% chaos stress. Am I revered with Devil's Crossing? Yeah. Right, then we just use King's Guard powder, right? Use like King's Guard and the Black Tallow, right? Yeah, that's how we do it. Let's do another Black Tallow here. So like Riftstone, 1, 2, 3, Black Tallow, 1, and then we go back to the inventory here in Devil's Crossing. Promise Surge. The thing is, Promise Surge is like a modifier for Promise Strike, right? So whatever, like all the modifiers of Promise Strike, they usually add up together, but Promise Surge is like... Which one's Promise Surge again? Does it like... Is it taken into account for DPS or not? Let me check this real quick. So Shaman, right, you have Promise Strike, and Promise... Wait. Storm Surge? Wait, what is Promise Surge? Are you talking about Storm Surge here, or Promise Strike? I think, if I remember correctly, like Torrent doesn't get added to the DPS for sure, but Storm Surge might. Storm Strike and Promise Surge, Promise Strike, this one? Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have Promise Strike on like your left or right mouse button, then then yeah, I mean, then you don't see whether or not you get like more DPS with that. Like you need to put it over here and then like check it out. Like, for example, in my case I have Forcewave here, right? Forcewave, and that's like a spammable ability in my case because I'm using the transmitter here. So you can always check your like second page here. You will see like the raw damage of like one of your abilities, like Blade Arc deals this damage, Forcewave deals this damage, right? But the thing is, it's like a cooldown ability that's like a spammable ability. So for DPS, if I have it like this, right? The DPS here will take this value and then like multiply it by the amount of casting speed I have, because this scales with casting speed, and then I get like basically this DPS here. But if I had like Blade Arc here, right, then it would change around to 13k, because it takes into account the damage of Blade Arc and then divides it by the cooldown, because this is like damage per second obviously, and you're only gonna press this every like 5 seconds. So it basically takes this value and divides it by like 5 and takes like the medium, like the median of that, right? That's kind of how it works. So yeah, trusting DPS can be a little bit tricky. Oh yeah, we wanna put the Black Tallow in my amulet here, right? Black Tallow over here. And yeah, we're gonna use Devil's Crossing Revered Augments here to like fix my resistances like the remaining ones. Yeah, we just need Poison and Pierce, right? So like until like 1 Poison Wit and then like 3 Pierce ones, right? 2, 3, and 1. And I don't even have a 6 watch on me. Oops. Let's craft like a 6 watch as well. Let's put it there. On top, why not? Sick. Such. Oh yeah, and also don't forget, like, check out the components that you can craft here at the Endgame Forge Master. Like, 6 watch is like a super good component that you can use, like, starting at level 15. Anti-Venom Solve is like a super good use that you can use at level 15 as well. Gives you like helps you out a lot when it comes to like capping your resistances. And like when it comes to defense, like capping out these resistances is like the most important thing in the game. A nice card that goes with the Promise Strike X. Nice, nice. Like the what's this called? Like should be called like Wild Caller, right? Wild Caller helmet or something. Blue one. It's pretty good, yeah. And for Prime Strike, like Falcon's Claw is really good, Wild Caller's Axe and Hood are really good. Those are like items that you find right like early on, right? What else is good? Like, I mean, there's like a ranged weapon that you can find in Act 5 later on here, once you have the expansion. It's also super good for like Prime Strike leveling. And then there's like... Actually in Act 7 there's like another item, but I mean, that's like from the second expansion, so... And then you also like have a bunch of endgame options, obviously. Best one would be like Ultra set, like a legendary set. But that one is like, it's a random drop and it's kinda hard to find, because it's like a random drop and legendary drop rates aren't like the best. I mean, they're like way better than, say, for example, in Titan Quest. But there are so many legendaries, so that getting the right legendary that you need when it's like a random drop on like your first character, well, good luck with that. But I mean, Promise Strike is also like pretty good without any EIS gear in my opinion. At least for like a first character. You could like take out 2 points from Otherworld's Rage actually. I mean, 1 point into Veterancy, when you get like 6 points for that is pretty good actually. Potato is good. Potato is good as well, man. Potato is yummy. Are there any other places I can farm besides SLT, Bastion of Chaos, Crucible SR? I mean... You can like... farm beehives, you know, when you're like easier... when you like want easier content. Or like, I don't know, like usually... If you're not like farming for a specific MI, then like, yeah, dungeons, Shattered Realm and Crucible are like the ways to go, right? You can also like, I don't know, try to kill Lokar, kill the Lokar stuff. Lokar also has pretty decent loot. I don't know how good your character is yet, but, yeah, sorry for like answering a little bit late here. I didn't see your message for quite some time. I don't know, what have you tried out so far? Like, did you try Scepter of Torment? Like, you tried as Scepter of Torment and Bastion of Chaos, right? I mean, Ancient Grove was like Proud Valkyrie and Ancient Grove was like the next level after that. Been reading something about MI. Yeah, MI stands for Monster Ink Frequent. Monster Ink Frequent basically means it's a green, blue or purple item that only drops from specific monsters infrequently. So they have like not 100% drop chance, but like pretty good drop chance from like specific enemies. So for example, this one, Demeterian Slicer. This is a Monster Ink Frequent exclusive to Demeterians, so only these enemies can drop them. This is like a nice weapon for like Pierce Nightblade, for example. Yeah, I mean, there are like many different monster infrequents for like pretty much any build. So like, kind of depends on which build you play, which enemies you wanna farm, right, to get like monster infrequents. So what you can do, like what I suggest you to do, is you can open up Grown Tools, right, as always. Site is just amazing. Then you check out the item database here. And then you go for item skill modifiers. You click this button here, click this link here. Then it will show you all the item skill modifiers that are in the game. And also like what is like the thing that that makes monster ink runs better than the regular greens is that every monster ink run has like a fixed base, and that fixed base usually has a item skill modifier as well. But the thing is, it will only have item skill modifiers once you have the expansion. Like without the expansion, those Miser aren't really that good, but they are still better than normal greens. But like, once you have the expansion, like the first expansion, that's also like why I'm telling you, like once you like the game, you should get at least the first expansion ASAP. Because the first expansion is like, adds so much, and the second one also adds like a bunch as well. So yeah, but the first one is even like more, I wouldn't say mandatory, but it adds like way more than the second one. So for example, you're a shaman, right? And you play Prime Strike, for example, and then you check all these boxes, right? Like rare, epic, legendary, there are no, like you're not gonna find any items that are common or magic that have skill modifiers. And then you, well, the purple ones are most of the time just random drops anyway. And then you check the green and the blue ones, right? And then at the bottom here it will say that, for example, this weapon is exclusive to Forgotten Gods, so you would need to have like both expansions to find these. But for example, these here, the ranged two-handers here, they are from the Ashes of Mammoth expansion, so you find them once you have Ashes of Mammoth. And it also tells you like which enemies will drop this item. And then it shows you like the base of this, like it's just the base, right? And then it will roll like a prefix and a suffix on top of this. So you can like get really crazy items with for this, for example. But yeah, that's actually it already. But say you wanna play like another skill, I don't know, maybe you wanna play like say you're a demo as well, right? Granado, for example. Say you wanna play Granado, right? I mean, these are from Forgotten Gods again. But there's, for example, this one here, right? This one converts Pierce to Lightning to Granado, gives you like there's CDR on Granado. And this is not a expansion medal. But the thing is, the first expansion introduced these modifiers. So without the first expansion, you're not gonna have modifiers at all. Like without the expansion, you would only have these stats. Like the first expansion added these stats also to like older items. But I mean, still like fixed chaos resistance base, fire and lightning damage on top. That's still pretty good, like better than any other like green item which basically has like nothing, right? Like just 3 and suffixes, right? But yeah, like at least once you have the first expansion, you can check out all these skill modifiers and then see what you want to play. And depending on what you want to play, for example, let's say you want to play a Storm Totem, right? Storm Totem caster, Robe with Sky Effigy. This is like this drops in like an Act 1, like you can get this in Act 1 already. It's pretty nice. Gives you like another Storm Totem, a skill recharge, for example. Then you get also this item, which is like an Act 5 item. So yeah, it adds a lot, the expansion, man. And yeah, whenever you want to play any type of build, check out like which monster infrequents there are, and like all of these green ones, they're like rather easy to get, to be honest. Like they're like you're gonna get them very fast. Like you're maybe not gonna get the perfect one with like a perfect pre and suffix, but for example, even me here, like I went to this cave like I don't know, like 2 minutes ago, and I already got like 3 of these items, right? Like if I were like a Pierce Blade Master now, I could like already dual wield these. Like obviously I didn't get like the perfect pre and suffix. I mean, I actually got like triple of alacrity, so that's kinda, never mind, this is the perfect one. Puncturing of alacrity, like Pierce prefix and alacrity suffix, alright. And then shield, or then you, yeah, like I would use this one and then like one of these as my secondary hand. And yeah, my Pierce Blade Master, or like Pierce Nightblade, whatever kind of Nightblade it would be, would already be set for like the next, I don't know, 20 levels or something, or like the next 15 levels, basically up to level 100, just with these items. Like when it comes to weapons, at least. So yeah, Grim Tools is the best site ever. Definitely. Alright, let me catch up with you guys here. What is this? Uncouth? Talking about English again. Yeah, Exilium, you should try Ancient Grove if you haven't already. Ancient Grove is a lot harder than the other ones, actually. He fits? Yeah, sure. But yeah. English classes with Kerplunk. Seems good. Oh yeah, 13337 HP. Almost perfect HP. Bleed HP. Fog. Fog indeed. Oh yeah, the honeycombs, they are like the best source of battered shells in this game there is. And battered shells is like one of the, well, most important components to farm, so yeah. Gotta smash those honeycombs. There's also like a button with which you can like hide the loot here now, which is also super awesome. Find it like over here. Here, you like toggle and hide all items, right? Super comfortable for, well, shrines like this, for example. Or like the death rooms and the roguelike dungeons, for example. I'm so happy they added it finally. So good. Like, it took the developers quite some time to add it actually, but because they kinda didn't understand why you would need it. And I tried to explain it to them like so many times, but yeah, we finally got it. Oh nay. This guy is an adult, by the way. And he is also very much acting like one, right? Appa. Mr. Cake Gona. The developer streams? Yeah, probably watch pretty much all of them. ever since the expansion, like ever since the first expansion was announced. So I probably watched like all of them of the last 2 or 2.5 years. I didn't bitch at you, I ho-nade at you. So yeah, let's get more OA here. Yeah, they're like super casual and like they mess up their streams so much, it's kind of cute, yeah. You can call it that way, yeah. You can call it unprofessional as well, but it's also kind of cute, yeah. But I mean, I'd rather have like unprofessional and cute developers than, say, professional and money-grabbing developers, right? Like Blizzard. See, they even buy their own game, yeah. I mean, that's nothing like extraordinary though. Like most developers are bad at their own games, so like they're decent at them, but not like playtests are good, right? Yo, Chloro. Thank you so much, man. Very, very much appreciated, man. Thank you so much for the hype, man. I mean, for the sub, not for the hype. The hype, I'm bringing the hype, but you're also bringing the hype for me, man. Thank you for the sub and the hype. Thank you so much, man. Should not die here, right? Good proc though. I had so many good procs on this character already, actually. But then again, like, Forcewave or like Soldier in general is kind of... It's not really melee leveling because you're kinda ranged. You gotta like go close if you, whenever you wanna use your Blade Arc, right? Gotta fight a bit more, right? At least until we get that hot up again. Alright, is that? Seems good. Her Battle.net account has been suspended, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Blizzard used to be great, that's true. Activision Blizzard, not so much, yeah. True. Yeah, Ben Brode left. Or he... Like, Ben Brode, honestly, he left like at the right time. Like, maybe even too late already, but... At the right time, for sure. Like, not too early, at least. Demonic Slicer of Electricity, that was also like, a very nice one, right? You see me how many fucking monster equipments I already got here? Like, holy shit. Yeah, they drop like left and right. So you can certainly plan around your new like beginner build around one of those MI items. At least like, as I said, like once you have the expansion, the first one is like even better than you build around those. Like it's also like good to plan to build around those like when you're playing vanilla. Skill modifiers will make things even better. Oh yeah, and now the free King Kong thing. Yeah, they got so much shit now. Like, the West is gonna hate them for, like, I don't know, the next 10 years or something. But aren't, like, the biggest, like, Activision, Blizzard shareholders, like, Chinese companies anyway, so, I mean... Blizzard is pretty much a Chinese company already. Oh yeah, BlizzCon. I'm so looking forward to BlizzCon, like, not because of the games that they're gonna announce, just because of the shitstorm. Yeah. Oh shit! Whoops! Almost died there. Maybe that was the curse of Blizzard actually. That almost killed me here. Gotta be careful. Like my ghoul is probably still on cooldown. Like. It's kind of annoying that we still don't have like a indicator for like we got an indicator for almost everything that's on cooldown now, but not for example a ghoul around or like any of the devotions actually. It's kind of monka sometimes. Shitstorm great for games. I mean, I don't know. Is there gonna be a Blizzard game that will excite me? I don't know actually. Like maybe Diablo 2 remastered or something like that. Maybe like I don't know. A D2 remastered would probably be nice, but I mean I don't know. Would it be better than Grim Dawn? Probably not, right? Oh, whoops, don't sell those. They're good. They're great. I mean to sell you plants. What about the new mobile Overwatch? Mobile Overwatch and mobile Diablo? Holy yeah. Of course, it's gonna be awesome, man. So much looking forward to it, like, holy shit. I'd assume before you play it? Well, yeah. I mean, I can assume, but I'm not gonna judge. Right. There's nothing wrong with assuming stuff before you know it. Because what else can you, like... What is assuming when you already know it? Like, that's not assuming anymore, right? That's knowing, that's not assuming. You have to assume before you try something out, right? Otherwise, there's no point in assuming. Yeah, he was talking about D2, Adios. He was talking about me saying that Diablo 2 Remastered would probably not be better than Grim Dawn. But like, I was assuming that it would probably not be better than Grim Dawn. But, I mean... I can't judge or like, say it for certain because I haven't played it yet. Act like I haven't played, like I haven't even played the original D2 yet, so. Which is kind of blasphemy. I know. I gotta play it at some point, and I will probably play it. Like it will be my next like once a week game after Titan Quest for sure. Can you speedrun this game, like from level 1 to 100? I mean, yeah, sure, like that's... I'm kinda doing that right now. I'm kinda doing speed leveling right now. Like, usually you stop the time from like level 1 to 94, because 94 is when you can like equip all the endgame gear. So the 1 to 100 is kinda, like, that kinda doesn't make any sense to do. Like 1 to 94 is what you wanna do. And for like 1 to 94, I believe the record is something like 4.5 hours or something? Or like 5 hours, I don't know. Yeah, Sorg did it like sub 5 hours, right? And in softcore you can like do it even faster because you can like abuse dying in the crucible and stuff like that, but in hardcore obviously you cannot do that. So for hardcore, like the fastest was like a little bit below 5 hours. I'm at like what, 6 hours now at level 87, so probably gonna make it like in 7 hours. But I mean, then again, I'm not really trying to like just do it as fast as possible, but also like to try combining leveling fast with leveling like mat efficient and also like devotion and faction efficient. Because what really matters is not only that you get max level, but also to like have maxed out resistances or like maxed out reputation for your factions, right? It also matters that you have like maxed out devotions. So you wanna have your devotion points as soon as possible, which is why I'm like usually trying to get like a devotion head start in normal before I start leveling in elite. That way, like I can level my devotions faster and earlier. Took me 30 hours to get to level 42. I mean, that's perfectly normal. Like, I mean, on your first playthrough, it's gonna take you like 100 hours to level 100, basically, pretty much. Because like, what I'm using is like leveling stuff, leveling potions. Like I get 100% more experience from like a potion that I'm using. I get like, I don't know, how much is this? 40% extra experience from this gear, like from this set, and you can use this. That's like a legendary set that you can wear at like level 1. And then there's like a merit which you can use that allows you to skip elite and normal difficulty. And it also like gives you all the portals in normal and elite. So what I usually do is I just port around normal. You get like all the shrines, like most of the easy ones, to get like around 30 devotion points, or like 25 to 30 devotion points. Then I go over to elite and like level in elite. And yeah, I can also like skip some stuff in elite with like the portals. And then once I'm like around level 70, I go over to ultimate and well, just to ultimate. That's usually how I'm leveling. I also have like a how to speedrun your alternative characters video on YouTube. If you're interested in that, but I mean, that's only gonna matter for you once you have like the leveling gear. And honestly, most of the leveling gear is kinda easy to get, except for low-car set. Like what is easy to get is the experience potions and the merit. Like those things you can certainly get on your very first character as well. But like the experience potions are exclusive to the first expansion, and the merit is exclusive to the second expansion. So yeah, expansions also speed up leveling quite a bit for your like alternative characters. Not really for your first character, but like for your secondary alternative characters. And if you like the game, if you like theory crafting this game, you wanna make a lot of builds, I can tell you already. Like, you're not gonna just play one build. But yeah, as I said, like, as long as you get experience potions and the merit, then like leveling up alternative characters will be much faster than your first character. And also, yeah, like on your first playthrough, you should like explore everything, because there are like so many hidden things in this game. Like, there's nothing wrong with like 100%ing every single map, because that's really what this game should be about as well. Like when you're a beginner, like that's also the same thing that I did. Holy shit, sorry. It's the same thing that I did when I started up. Like when I started this game. Should like maybe try speaking a little bit slower, but better, right? So yeah, when I played this game for the first time, what I did is, yeah, like just 100% everything as well. Like, check out every single map, check out every single corner. There are so many hidden things. Like for example, I don't know, on this map, for example, you have a waterfall here, right? I mean, you can just go back, like go past the waterfall here, and you have like another area here, which is like hidden not on the map. So you have like, I don't know, some loot here. Like a statue over here, which is, I believe, only there if you have... I don't know, is it here? Or even if you don't have the expansions? I'm not quite sure actually. And you're gonna find like a shield here, which is like a fixed drop rate here, like a fixed drop here. Get like a level 51 and normal, level 75 in elite, and level 94 in ultimate, for example. And there are like quite, I don't know, like 5 of these shields around the map, like around the world. Scattered around the world. There's also another spot where you can go here, I'm gonna show you real quick. It's like, where is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's over there. There's like another secret shop. This one is certainly there even in vanilla, because that was like one of the vanilla secrets here. You can also go here, go through this tube, and then go like over here. And then there's gonna be like a small island here, which you could actually see again on the map, and there's gonna be like a secret shop here. And this guy sells you some monster quick rods. Like this stuff. That's pretty nice. So you can also farm monster quick rods by just checking out this shop over and over again if you want to. Don't want to like actually kill stuff. Just check out this guy and check out his MIs. And also he sells some blueprints actually. Well, not really that many. But yeah, he sells like Carmen's badges, for example, the ones I was talking to you, like showing you before, right? He sells these lightning grenado items. Alright, Ocelot, thanks for stepping by today, and have a good night, man. Sleep well. Oh yeah, sorry about the loud oh yeah, oops. See you on Tuesday probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna stream tomorrow, but probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Tuesday actually. I mean, usually I stream like three times a week. So today's stream is kinda my Monday stream already. I don't have time to stream on Monday tomorrow. But usually I'm streaming on like Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that, I don't know. Or like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I'm gonna make like a schedule next week. Finally. Yeah, I mean, not every single map has like that many secrets, like this one, but there are quite some secrets in this game. Alright, Turtle, thanks you for the follow and thank you for stepping by, man. Hope to see you around and good luck with your homework. So where did we put the last points? Probably here, right? Yeah, we need more physical resistance reduction. Ah, that's pretty good. I actually might have to like change around my devotions because of attack speed, right? I think we didn't had like too many attack speed nodes here, right? I mean, we got the Kraken and we got Azraka at least, but we didn't get like Jackal, for example. We didn't get what's it called again? Revenant, right? I mean, we don't really need Revenant proc, right? Because we have Warcry. Maybe we should try to fit Revenant instead of Ghoul. Would that be worth it? I don't know, maybe. Probably not though. Like, Ghoul is what, 4 points, right? And this is 6 points. It also gives me 1 more blue. No, I can't save anything here though. Like, Eel is so OP. Like, Xanta still didn't nerf Eel, so... I'm not going Revenant here. Maybe I should take Sailor's Guide and over Eel and Dust Node. What do you guys think? I mean, Dust Node is crazy good, but... Should like be more defensive to have more physical resistance? Maybe Sailor's Guide is better than Eel. I mean, Sailor's Guide is better than Eel, but maybe it's worth it to use like 1 more point to have Sailor's Guide instead of Eel, right? Alright, we're gonna skip some stuff really soon here, right? We're gonna do some, like, some hacking. Well, not really hacking, but abuse like a kind of bug. To, like, skip Asakon roads, right? Oh, don't kill these guys here, like, you don't want to kill guys that stand though over there to, like, make use of it. Yeah, we're gonna fly a bit here in a second. Like, after Kairos, we're gonna fly. After we finish the next boss here. I mean, I could have done it in Elite and Normal as well, but I had all the portals anyway from my merit, so it didn't really matter. Yo, Dr. Napt, how are you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Why I run? I'm kind of surprised how much fucking energy I have, right? Like, I'm not even using, say... I have so much energy leech for some reason. I don't actually know why. Maybe it's some of my devotions, but I mean, I don't have, like, Viper, I don't have a harp, right? mean, this guy's pretty easy. You just have to, like, not stand in his pool and then you're fine. But yeah, who wants to see some flying soldiers here? I'll fly a bit here. I'll reflect, whoops. Show me the way? Alright, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I also use in my speedrun for Forgotten Gods. Not for Forgotten Gods, for AOM actually. Like, I didn't speedrun FG yet. So, yeah. You get this portal, right? And you go back here to Darkwave Gate. Now, you need to have like a Shadow Strike or Blitz-like ability, and then you gotta go like over here to this point. You gotta stand in this corner here, and then you have to like have the camera in this way so that you have like an enemy here, right? You can target this guy. Now what you do is you open the map, you like press whatever your Blitz or Shadow Strike ability is, right? And then you click on the portal here, and then you're gonna port. And then you're gonna fly. And bye-bye in Astrakhan Valley. Or like Astrakhan Mountains. Wait, whoops. Okay, but it's kinda RNG and like you have like several points where you can like end up. Which might have to do a little bit with like positioning. But yeah, at least you should like be very close to the next portal. Now what you do is you go back again. And now you do the same thing again. And you still have the... Oh wait, we wanna get like Seals of Bindings. So you have the guy over here, right? And then we do the same thing, but like with the next portal, right? And then, yeah. You keep on flying a bit. It looks even more hilarious actually when you do it with the Blitz. You can like redo it with the Blitz. Because with the Shadow Strike you don't see the character, but with Blitz it looks like even... like it's a little bit more hilarious actually. Yeah, and then you either end up here or you end up like next to the portal. But I mean, this is like almost next to the portal anyway, right? So we can do it like once again, and I'm gonna show you with the Blitz. And yeah, let's try it with the Blitz this time. It doesn't work like after that, but yeah, like that's so fucking hilarious actually. This is so much better. You wanna go fast, right? Oh yeah, if you put like the correct music to this as well, it's even better. Yeah, that's like, this time we ended up in the corner here, as you can see. Like, this is even closer to the portal. But yeah, I don't want to put any other music right now because, well, you know, YouTube. An amber for 2 greens? That was not worth it. But I mean, we might have... I mean, we still have like a decent chance to get like legendaries from the shrines as well in ultimate runs. Now since they're like so cheap, and also we should like use another experience potion, right? Alright. kinda don't have 1-3-3-3-7 HP anymore. Cut my hands. 5 more levels, gotta go fast. We're at like 7 hours now? No, 6.5. Yeah, we should really like 24 around 7 hours, I think.
Well met.
Yo, 9069, thank you so much for the photo, much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. Alright. My inventory is too low. Oh yeah. Also, you just need to go back to Homestead, right? I'm way ahead of the questline here. Yeah, we're gonna get some nice levels here. Oops. I mean, at least one level, right? Always check these if they have like good pierce conversion to code, but this one is like the lowest roll you can ever imagine, so bye bye. I should also like put my stuff that I want to have, like what I want to keep for leveling back into my inventory here. So I'm gonna put the pants back here, this back here, and then this one back here as well. It's full again. Like too many relics here. Okay, let's put the wristborns like over here then at least. Better. Also, I can put the mythical things over here, right? Oh, you can just roll this one up, right? Are there any good faction weapons for melee two-handed lightning? There are actually. You can, for example, use the Legion Warblade. This one is really good. Like a level 50. Yeah, like if you want to play like Primus Strike, for example, Legion Warblade is where it's at. Like you can even use this in vanilla. Like, too bad Happy Turtle already left, but yeah, this is like one of the probably the weapon that he should use once he's like level 50 actually. This weapon is really good for a faction weapon. And there's also the elite one, right? For level 70. What's your like revered? So yeah, you got like a level 51 and level 71. And it also looks awesome actually. Not like this. It looks awesome. Yeah, you're level 70? Well yeah, then better get like do some bounties with Black Legion, I guess. Oh yeah, insignias. Didn't do this one yet. Yes, here they are. Give me my level. Thank you. Zeke and this one, right? Also, report to Barnabas in Davis Crossing. Over here. Oh wait, I forgot about Markador's remains. Oh, you're kidding me. Didn't do this one. Oh well, time for some backtracking. Whenever you go Vigil, you should never miss out on Markador's remains, because they wanna resurrect their body, you know? You can't just like leave his corpse, like his skeleton's bones, lying around there, you know? Oh, it's probably like over here, right? Yeah, there, that's perfect. Wasn't too hard to find. Now we can go back to the Sorrow Special. And hand on like 2 quests at least. The Markador's Remains and then the Chthonian Seals of Bindings quest. And then after that we can go for the Ethereal. Ethereal Essence. Which is like also over here in Bloodgrove. Oh, sorry, my nose. My nose is running away. What? Give me the crystal, please. I don't want to die for the crystal, but I still would like to have the crystal. These crystals are really tanky now, actually. What the f— the big ones, at least. Kryptonite can't hurt you. Crystals. Crystals are love. Crystals are life, dude. But yeah, crystals can also be super annoying sometimes. Right, try to kill her before her second mirror, but well, not quite. We got the Essence, we got Venarius here. Can also kill, and then also we got a Shrine here. Which doesn't require any materials, so yeah, you should always do it. This one can be a little bit hard though, like can spawn like, I don't know, a bunch of flesh arcs, right? Kinda don't want to stand in his devastation, so I'm just gonna move a bit. Oh, bye-bye. It's only 2. I expected like 3 actually. That's okay. Oh, there we got 3 more, okay. Yeah, 4 more actually. Holy smokes. Oh, let me see stuff, please. Okay, smacked them all. Seems good. So what I usually do is I never try to push further than forked icon when I'm leveling with Lokar set, because like everything after forked icon, especially like stuff like Lokar, not Lokar, I mean like Locksmere, it's a little bit wonky. But I mean you can dodge Locksmere and still go for the Necropolis, right? But like at least once you are like about to kill Logorian, it starts to become like a little bit too scary, right? With Lokar set. Like Logorian with Lokar set is just like, it is an ultimate, it's a little bit suicidal, I think. So I usually try to get 94 before that. But I mean there are like a bunch of quests that you can do, right? I mean we still didn't do Jagged Waste, for example. Wait, are these like duplicates or something? They are. Just waste, like throw them away. What did I want to do here? Like sometimes item assistant bugs a little bit out and gives you duplicates, but you will notice because it's not gonna pull them anymore. So I'm gonna show you real quick here. So these are duplicates, right? Because I put them into the stash where it should pull them, right? I know when I'm gonna walk away, it will say like, say the thing. I'm not. Yeah, there. New items were not looted due to being top possible duplicates, bugged items. So yeah, what you do then is you just throw them on the floor and you don't touch them anymore. Like you just log out. I'm not gonna log out now because I still have the experience potion running, but like don't sell them, otherwise you're cheating on iron, right? So we don't want to cheat here. So we're not gonna use them or sell them or look at them ever again. So yeah, what do we do here? Tomb of the Archon, right? Locksmere turns you into smear on the ground. Yeah, pretty much. But Lucius is kind of okay. Like Lucius, if you know how to fight him, if you know which abilities to dodge and which can tank, then Locksmere is actually fine with the Lokar set. Oh yeah, I wanted to, that's why I wanted to go back to Devil's Crossing. I wanted to like take out 2 bonds from Oleron's Rage, right? Because having more than 12 pounds here is kind of bad. Overcap is not worth it. Oh well, maybe next year. Nice bug, by the way. Okay. Alright, smack, 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 smack. Forcewave playstyle. Seems good. I mean, it's kind of fun for a while, to be honest. I'm kind of happy once I'm like done with Forcewave as well. Like playing 7 hours of Forcewave in one day is like a little bit too much. What the f? Why did this like bug out? So yeah, the abilities that you have to dodge from this guy are this one. And this one. And then you can like charge back in. Like you can like try to not get hit by too many of these balls. Also remember that his flamethrower like reduces your resistances, so whenever he has a flamethrower on you, then like the next ability after that is gonna hit you like a little bit harder, right? But you absolutely have to like dodge these two. Like these two shotguns are like super crazy. They can one-shot you if you're like, if you don't have any like endgame gear or something like that. And obviously Lokar set as leveling gear and not endgame gear, so yeah, you better dodge it. Otherwise you're like 99% dead or something. Like no, maybe not 99%, but like 90%. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here and not continue on to Propolis probably. Try to get level 94 in like a different way. So we're gonna do stuff like kill an Asteria, right? I mean, killing an Asteria is kind of monk-ass though. It's not that easy actually. But I mean, it should be fine, right? As long as we're careful and not like stand in Aether Ground or something. Be like killer fast. Hold it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's like almost as scary as Lucius, maybe even scarier actually. Oh, Anastasia. Well, I mean, yeah, usually like on your first character you shouldn't kill her. Definitely not. But like ever since Forgotten Gods, she's become like more and more useless actually. So it's actually fine to like kill her, because you don't need her augments anymore that badly. Probably this one. So yeah, better kill Chosen guarding the ashes, right? Guarding the ashes. Let's do that. But yeah, usually it's like best to I would say it's like best to kill Anastasia when you're sided with Caimans, and it's like okay to not kill her when you're sided with the Vigil. I kinda wanted to side with Caimans on this character, but I kinda forgot that, well, once you're like a Necromancer you can't do that anymore, right? You have to do it before you're a Necromancer, and I kinda fucked that up. So, well, this is like a little bit messy now, but like not quite as I planned it in the but it's okay. Like we don't really need any augments from the Vigil or the Caimans Chosen anyway, so it's okay. Didn't know these can like burst you down that much. I mean, maybe there was like a Blade Maiden, right? They actually have some damage. Not like this? They always shout like, not like this, right? That's what I'm hearing. Not like this? I might be wrong. Not like this, not like this. Yeah, the last two levels. There's gonna be some side quests, like some of these vigil side quests here, and then maybe some side quests from like Prime Barons. Oh yeah, so I can also do those side quests here, right? Forgot about that one. Farm some more seals. I think I have good on cooldown. No. It's up again, boss. Yo, the Fury 141, how are you doing? Is the Crucible worth buying or just wait till I go through everything else? If you prefer like Last Stand type of gameplay, why the fuck are you locking me out of my weapon hands? I want my loot. Oh, there we go. So yeah, if you like Last Stand type of gameplay, like Last Stand arena type of gameplay, then sure, you can buy it. If you just want to buy it for like farming stuff, then I would just wait. Like usually the Crucible is, like, it was good for two things. It was good for like early leveling, getting yourself like a small head starter with like some devotion points, and endgame farming. But since like the latest expansion, I think like the early, it's not even good anymore for like the early stuff. Like it's only good for like endgame farming now. And I mean, you can also like level there with friends if you like the playstyle. I personally don't really enjoy it that much. I like the main campaign way more for that. And the thing is, even if you like level in the Crucible, you still have to do like main campaign stuff, because you still have to like level up all those factions to like get your augments. You can't do that in the Crucible. So yeah, like Crucible is not ideal for leveling for sure. So Crucible is just good for like endgame farming in my opinion now. It's not even good for like leveling or head starter for devotion or anything like that. So yeah, I guess the answer is you can wait for it. You can wait until you're like through with the main campaign at least, like until you're like max level or something. At least in my opinion. Like other people have maybe like a slightly different opinion when it comes to Crucible, because they, I don't know, they like it maybe a little bit more than I do. That is my personal opinion about the Crucible. Well, yeah, okay, that's like, yeah, like the Crucible is good for like having a stash at level 1. That's what it is good for. So it's like good for mules. It's good for like getting your leveling gear over to your new character. Otherwise, you would have to like finish the first quest before you like get access to your stash. So yeah, it speeds up that thing a little bit. But is it really worth like paying money just for that? I don't think so. But I mean, if you like the game and you've bought like everything already, except for like I would certainly buy the expansions before you buy Crucible DLC. But if you have already bought the expansions, I guess you can like basically look at Crucible as kind of a loyalist pack, right? But it actually gives you more content than the loyalist pack. So before you buy any loyalist packs, then you should buy the Crucible. Oh yeah, whoops, there's another quest here. Alright, Gerplunk. Stay fit. Your body in shape. I will, man. Thanks for hanging out so long today. I'm gonna try to check out your next stream as well. At least when you're like, when our streams are not overlapping. Take care, man. I'm playing a Druid Primal Strike build right now. That's pretty nice, yeah. That's my first character, I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, Primal Strike is like a good beginner thing overall, in my opinion. Like, it might not have the best endgame transitioning, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And you have like, I just showed some other people here. I just showed like Exuvium. For example, an item that you can buy here. But it's pretty good for Primal Strike as well. Like, once you're like in Act 3 and you're like at least what is the second one here? Respected, right? Once you're respected with the Quartermaster, like with the Black Legion faction in general, you can buy this one, like the Legion Warblade. This one is really, really good for like lightning Primal Strike, as you can see, like has like lightning bolt, attack speed, lightning damage, physical to lightning conversion, requires level 50. So yeah, once you're level 50 and you have like this fraction up to respected, this is a very solid sword, pretty good. There is a health leech, yeah. There is basically attack damage converted to health. That's what it's called. For example, you get it on this node here, for example. This one has 4% attack damage converted to health. There are like lots of like devotion or like devotion nodes or components that have that. For example, my Restless Remains here have also a 3% attack damage converted to health. Now, attack damage converted to health is kind of like a weird wording, but it's just lifesteal. It basically means lifesteal. The thing is, like, what does lifesteal apply to? Lifesteal applies to everything that has weapon damage. So, your default attack obviously has weapon damage because it's literally swinging your weapon. Things like Primal Strike have weapon damage, as you can see when you like hover over the skill, right? It has like, I don't know, 200% weapon damage or something, depending on like which rank you have it at. So that's also gonna life leech for you, once you have like this lifesteal stat. And like the thing is, that's also like even more confusing, right? They say they call it lifesteal here, and that's the same stat. Like they call it lifesteal here, but they call it like attack damage converted to health on items or on devotion nodes, which is like super confusing for like literally no reason. I have no fucking idea why they even call this attack damage converted to health and not just lifesteal. But yeah, like you can see I have 3% here, I have 4% here, and that's literally all I have, so I have a total of 7%, right? And then you see, wait, where's it again? At physical, you see that my life is 7%, so yeah. 3 plus 4, math checks out, right? Um, so yeah, that's 10% lifesteal that we have here. And yeah, that's gonna apply to like everything that has weapon damage. They're going the wrong way here. So you're kind of wondering like, well, like what if I'm a caster, right, and I'm using abilities that don't have weapon damage? How do they lifesteal? Well, some of the abilities here have like built-in attack damage converted to health. For example, Drain Essence, right? Or Siphon Souls. Like when an ability like this has attack damage converted to health on like the skill itself and not as like a global stat, that means that this skill, like all of this, the damage of this skill will convert, like 24% of the damage that this skill does, like all of the damage will convert to your health. At least from like the flat damage. Like damage over time cannot lifesteal, but this flat damage here that ticks like every second, for example, or this one that ticks every second, or like every point, I don't know what seconds. Yeah, that's gonna lifesteal for you, or like life leech. I guess they should have like called things like this life leech, and like the global thing that only applies to weapon damage, lifesteal, right? That would have made things like so much easier because now you have like attack damage converted to health on abilities, which is like just local for that ability, and then you have attack damage converted to health on, say, a node, which is global and it's basically lifesteal, and this only works for things that have weapon damage. That's like super confusing, yeah. But yeah, that's unfortunately still like stupid wording of this game. Like, there aren't many things that are worded stupidly in this game anymore, at least, but this is still one of them, which is kind of annoying. But oh well. That's just how it is, and yeah. For example, take this one, like Twin Fangs, right? This one has main hand damage, but also it has 25% attack damage converted to health. So, all of the damage of this ability, like one fourth of that, right? Like 1/4 of that will be lifesteal to you anyways. But then it also has main hand damage on top. So whatever main hand damage you have, 10% of that will be added to this attack. And then if you have, say, 10% lifesteal, then 10% of the 10% will be like added as lifesteal as well. So you basically lifesteal like 25% of the damage of the skill, and then you will also lifesteal 1% of your main hand damage, considering you have 10% lifesteal and 10% main hand damage here, right? So yeah, that's kind of fucked up, but that's how it works. But yeah, like, long story short, like, whenever you have like a weapon damage ability, just get like global lifesteal, usually like around 10% is like a good number, and then you're like fine, usually. And if you're a caster, try to have like 1 or 2 abilities that have built-in life leech, so that you're not like only reliant on your pots. Because that kinda is, well, there are some casters that also are fine with that, but like for example some lightning electrocute casters, they don't have any lifesteal, I believe. But yeah, most casters also want some lifesteal. Oh yeah, lightning casters usually have like an ability, like a spammable ability from like a component that has like 10% weapon damage or something like that, and then they lifesteal because of that. That's how they lifesteal. Oh my god, these Medicords have like so much physical damage, as well as poison, as well as piercing, right? Need to really be careful here with Mogara now. I mean, when she's like alone, it's maybe fine actually. Yeah, it should be fine. Here we go. So we've got Megara, we got the poison. I mean, we just do a full clear here, right? And we should be like 94, maybe even 95 actually. How my resistances? They're fine, but the thing is I'm still using low core set. That's why I have low armor, and I got quite some damage through because like lots of manticores hit me at the same time, right? And like armor is more important against like multiple hits. So yeah, I took like multiple hits there at once, and that's why I like dropped very low there. But yeah, my resistances are like 80%, as you can see. The damage is inconsistent. Well, that depends on like how much resistance the enemies have, right? Which is also the reason why like every build wants to have resistance reduction. Say you have a physical build, you always want to have Assassin's Mark Devotion. Say you're a lightning build, you always want to have Arcane Bomb as your devotion. And alongside maybe Elemental Storm, for example. And for example, you're a shaman, right? So there's like the second node of the Wind Devil skill. That one would also give you elemental resistance reduction. So like later on, one of the most important multipliers, or like multipliers in general to your damage, and also to like make your character deal more consistent damage against like all types of enemies, is resistance reduction. They have low core after level 90, has respect. I mean, you're kinda new to my stream, right? Lin Kui. I'm like always leveling all my characters like 1 to 94 with low core set. I never take it off. Doesn't really matter which class I'm playing. I mean, yes, sometimes I die, but success ratio is pretty good still. And like, it's not really that it's like the best thing ever to do that, right? It's more like I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to like prepare items for like below level 94. Like I'm only keeping 94 or like endgame items in my stash, for example, in my item assistant. And yeah, I don't know, I don't really want to like try to fiddle with like pre-94 gear that much. That's like the main reason why I'm using low core set all the way to 94. And also because it's kind of fun, right? Because it makes the game a little bit harder sometimes. And really like you have to be like a little bit more on point when it comes to some bosses. But I mean, as long as you don't push like further than say a 4th icon, it's really fine. Like everything up to 4th icon and ultimate is also very doable with low core set in my opinion. Like Lucius is like the last boss I fight on ultimate with low core set usually. And I do that only because, well, if you know, like Lucius can be kind of a scary enemy, right? But if you know the fight, if you know the enemy, then, and if you know like which abilities you absolutely have to dodge, then he's not that hard actually. But yeah, Locksmere, for example, is kind of scary, but you can avoid him. So you could push further to like the Necropolis. But once you're like at the Necropolis, like the Tyrants, they hit you like so hard, they have like so much physical damage, and well, you have like shit armor when you're wearing the low core set. And also, like you're not gonna defeat Logorian with low core set, right? Or like it's really risky, I wouldn't do it. So yeah. That's why I'm trying to get 94. With like some side quests here and there, like Jagged Waste for example. Pine Barrens. Quests, you know. Oh my god, the heals. Whoops. Oh yeah, well, I hope you at least got the experience potions and the merit now. Those are even more important than the local set anyways. Or like leveling alternative characters. But yeah, like up to that point that I got like my first level 100 character with like local set and stuff, it took me quite a while as well. Like the game is not that easy, like started out. I mean, I could go back now and just like hand in the quest, right? I would be 94 already. But I kinda want to finish this up. Just do the last one as well. These are a bit more difficult, so we might, or like we should be a little bit careful with this boss here. He's harder than Mogara for sure. So what have you been playing so far, Lin Kuei? Oh yeah, your last one was an Ultimate SR Shard 50. Oh. Wait, you did Ultimate SR Shard 50 before Lokar? That's crazy, man. I think SR 50 is way harder than Lokar, to be honest. Oh my god, all of the heals! Gotta kill them. Gotta kill the healers first here. Yeah, I think like, I don't know, like Shadow Realm set, like Shadow Realm in general is like super hard. What I usually do like before doing Lokar on new characters is like I do 35 to 36 to like get the points, right? But I wouldn't do anything higher than that before doing Lokar. Like Lokar is easier than, like I would say like Shattered Realm 35 is like probably easier than Lokar, but 50 is certainly harder than Lokar. Oh, let's see, what is this? It's a combination of Nemesis, yeah, like 50 is 50 is too hard. Yeah, the quest is 25, that's true. But the thing is, there's a Rift Stone or like a Waystone for 20, and there's a Waystone for 35. So there are two options, right? There are two options, right? Either you do 20 to 25, or you just do 35. And I mean, just doing 35 is faster, so I just do 35. 35 is usually doable for my characters as well, so. I mean, what I end up doing is usually like 35 to 36, because just doing one shard is kinda wasted, right? You get like shit loot from just one shard, so usually I do like 2 shards. So yeah, 35 to 36 is usually what I do. I mean, you alternatively, yeah, you can also do 20 to 25, but that... is it easier? I don't even know actually, because like you might get unlucky with combinations, and like you have to fight like 5 different bosses, right? Not even 5 different bosses, you have to fight 6 bosses, right? You have to do 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It's like 6 bosses. Like shit, 6 shards, right? Compared to 1 shard. I don't know. So, yeah. Wait, I only get 2 points after 50? Yeah. And you only get 1 point after 90. But I think it's good this way, because this way you have to like, if you would get like 3 points all the way from like 1 to 100, then it would be like too easy to get like everything you want. Like, the beauty of this game is to like decide which abilities you want to max out, which ones to 1 point, which ones to soft cap, which ones to like put to a sweet spot between soft or hard cap, or like to put to a sweet spot between soft cap and 1 pointing. And yeah, that would be way easier to do if there were like way more points. I think the amount of points that we have right now is like pretty much perfect. I'm not complaining. But I mean, there are also some like side and hidden quests that give you some points, so... Oh, it's shot the good proct. And this guy is kinda like Mogara, he's like a little bit scary if you're not prepared. But we're gonna be 94 now after this. Oh yeah, I saw the screenshot as well. And hilarious. So yeah, for those of you watching from YouTube later, it's gonna be the end here from my like 1 to 94 on the DK speed leveling. Hope you enjoyed this one.